good morning everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And today is the last day of my week-long demo of this here Super Soco CPX scooter. It is getting picked up by the courier tomorrow morning, and so I'm going to work and I come back. And what I'm trying out today is I didn't recharge it last night. It's showing me that I have a 60-mile range, which ought to be more than enough for my 30-mile commute. So I should be able to do it twice in a single charge. I did it yesterday when you were showing a range in sport mode of 87 miles. So obviously I used 27 of that yesterday, and this is showing a 58-mile range now. That's in sport mode. If I change it to normal mode, it shows 75. If I change it to eco mode, it shows 117. Let's just leave it in sport mode, because that's the claimed range for these is 87. I might use eco mode once I get into the 20-mile-an-hour zones. But yeah, I've had a week to get used to this thing, to use it every day, to go to work and come back, bit of commuting, bit of chatting to other people, hearing your thoughts and opinions on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter, and on some forums as well, about whether this is the right solution for London commuting. And sorry about the wind noise. As I said, the screen tends to deflect a lot of noise, make it very kind of turbulent around my helmet. Man, it's like 12 Celsius. You're riding without gloves. Okay. Anyway, let's see if we can make this range last, eh? So what are my thoughts after 1 week of riding this every day? Well, it's much more manageable and practical for the commute. It's smaller, it fits into tighter gaps, it's easier to maneuver, it costs a lot less on a day-to-day basis. So it still hasn't fully used battery A, and then I still have all of battery B, and considering that it doesn't use one whole battery for a complete round trip, it should be, fingers crossed, perfectly fine to complete the round trip. I've got all of the recharger and cables underneath the seat now, ready for the pickup tomorrow. And I just try to do my usual advanced riding, safe and legal, obey the speed limits, see what happens. So in theory it's a 15-mile journey each way. So if I started at 60, when I get to work it should be showing me a 45-mile range. When I get back home it should be showing me a 30-mile range. Let's see when you switch this from A to B, because right now it's struggling even to maintain 50 miles an hour, which is the speed I want anyway, so not a worry right now. Yeah, the wind noise is something else with this thing. Oh, by the way, yeah, I know my camera is mounted on the chin bar of the helmet, and so you get like a lower view than what I get. My eye line is above the screen, so the screen is not in my line of sight at all. It doesn't interfere with my vision, it just interferes with your viewers. Sorry about that. Now, that is the limit in terms of speed what this thing can do. This is the right environment for it. 20 mile an hour. I'll put it into normal mode and it will do 20 mile an hour all week long, twice on Sundays. I'm now a little bit worried about the commute back from work, if it's going to be struggling to do 50 the 813. That's going to make it interesting. But the lesson here is charge it every day. I'm just trying something out as part of my review. So is it doable to do 2 days without charging? I think so. We'll find out. I nearly managed to do that without putting my foot down. So yeah, for beating city traffic, this is a Super Soco CPX. It's small and nimble like a scooter. It won't win any traffic light drag races or GPs. It will get you off the line safely if you're sensible and you plan ahead and you do all your observations and taking in information. Comes well equipped with LED lights, LED indicators, a Bosch motor, disc brakes front and rear, which is more than can be said for most 125s. Although strange thing is, yeah, the front brake, the back brake seems to be the more powerful one with this one. Maybe it's because it's got a lot of the weight of the motor on the hub, so maybe the weight distribution is a bit different, and therefore it's more weight on the rear. Don't know. Okay, so now I'm getting a warning on battery A. Hopefully soon it would then switch to battery B. See, it's flashing there. Alright, so now that battery A is exhausted and battery B is starting to use its charge, then that's when the percent display starts updating. So now we've got 86% of the second battery. So we're now on 84% of battery B. I've got 45 miles of range in sport mode. It's about right. And there you go, folks. No. That's why I don't like these keys. you touch them and it's done something. No, stop about. Alright guys, gloves here, pointed at the fan, getting lovely and warm. I'll see you after work. Bye bye, bye bye.
8 hours later.
45 miles of range. Okay, well, it's a 15-mile journey, so it should be enough. Well, as I said, the scooter's getting returned tomorrow, getting picked up. So, what are my final thoughts on it? I think, as I said, I like the practicability of it. You know, it's very practical. No maintenance, no refueling. Just get home, plug it in. I don't like the cost. I have my doubts about the sort of long-term reliability, although I can see no reason from the fit and finish or the equipment as to why that would be an issue. But you never know. It's a new brand, it's a new thing. You never can tell for sure. So it could be really good, it could be really bad. But it would be, I mean, it would be a tool for the job. This thing is not exciting, it's not fun, it's a way to get about town with low cost of maintenance and fueling and all that, and without having to wear out parts that weren't really designed to spend an hour averaging 15 miles an hour, stop start, first gear, second gear, stop, drag the clutch, blah blah blah. This would definitely never replace my main motorcycle. It would just be something that's being used for a purpose, depreciating in value. That's a nice bike. I mean, what else could I get that would be similar and as practical? Suppose a petrol scooter would be one. You can always get a petrol scooter, but then you've got the additional moving parts and maintenance associated with that, oil and fluids and stuff. I could get a geared bike, something that could have a dual purpose, maybe like a Honda CRF 250 or 300, lower cc, so more economical, potentially lighter. I'm not sure about the height issue. Maybe I could try one out. But again, the issue would be the usual wear and tear with a geared bike, and you're slipping the clutch through traffic and dragging the rear brake all the time to help steady it up and do your slow speed maneuvering for filtering. That's another electric. That's another Super Soco. Hello buddy, we're Super Soco buddies. My Super Soco buddy turned left. Easy there, Tiger. Evening. You alright? 76%, 42 mile of range. I think I'll be alright.
Probably red for him as well, surely.
Sorry?
That must have been a red light he's gone through.
Probably. They don't pay any attention. Commenting about somebody jumping a red light and then proceeds to break the speed limit by quite a bit. Okay. Funnily enough, I think going slowly at sort of 15-20 mile an hour might be better range wise for this than going flat out at 40-50. The motor wasn't really made for the high-speed cruising stuff, was it? And doing this on a geared bike is a proper pain in the ass because you're constantly changing gears, slipping the clutch, dragging the rear brake, maybe even loading the front brake in case you have to stop suddenly. Prepare to pull the clutch in, so the clutch work wears out the cable. You're on a scooter, just twist and go. It's that easy. In that respect, this is pretty good because the acceleration is not sudden, it's nice and controlled, very smooth. "36 miles of range." So what I think is there is a significant battery or performance drop off when you get below certain battery ranges. So normally mode number 2 would let me do 40 miles an hour. Mode number 3 would let me do 50 miles an hour here on an incline, which I'm struggling. I've got the throttle pinned here, and 45 is the maximum it's going to give me. Because it doesn't have the full battery. So something else to watch out for. So yeah, if I now stick it in mode 2 and pin it, because I'm downhill, I've got it pinned now. Now all it's going to do is 42, 40, stick it in mode 3. It goes a little bit higher, 47, 48, okay. Got plenty of battery to get home. And now I don't have to do more than 30 miles an hour if I'm lucky. Oh, Mr. Van, it'd be nice if you moved a little bit out of the way, then I can get past you. As it is, you're just being a bit of a moving roadblock right now. You wanna get through? Huh? There's no gap. Thank you. So yeah, easy done with 2 round trips to work, 60 miles an hour, well 60 miles total, and I still got 54% of one battery and a range in normal mode of 40 miles. So decisions. I have a lot of thinking to do on this. A lot of money to spend and commit for 2 or 3 years. Okay, I'll let you know what I decide, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.